Hey everyone! You know what? I have decided that I am undecided about what English muffin recipe I like best. So you know what I'm doing today, you guys? It is battle of my English muffin recipes. Yes, it is. So you guys come back because we are going to be making English muffins. Yes, indeed. Good morning, everyone. Hey, good morning, good morning. Welcome all you new folks and welcome back, everybody, to Loving It on Keto. You know, I had the Battle of the Breads a long time ago, and now I think I need to do Battle of the English Muffins. Which all-time favorite English muffin recipe that I've made is my favorite? Now, for some of you who are brand new that don't know us, we do not cook with almond flours. We do not cook with pecan flours or any of the nut flours or anything like that because it causes inflammation. Harry is allergic to walnuts. We're both very sensitive to almonds. It causes huge inflammatory response to us, and pecans are as close to walnuts as possible. If Harry has more than 2 or 3, he breaks out in canker sores in his mouth. So we can't use any of the nut flours in abundance, besides the fact that it takes almost 100 pecan halves to get you to a cup, right? Walnuts and almonds and all of those things are very high in fat. They're high in oxalates, and Harry and I just can't eat them. So I have made
well, I don't think anybody else should either.
No, well, it's up to them. It's what other people can do. Right. But you guys, I have made 2 versions of English muffins. One that I made yesterday, which was my Keto Carnivore English muffins. Then I made Keto Carnivore Buttery English Muffins version 1, I put on it. And this is the one that I am going to make today, okay? It's the Keto Carnivore Buttery English Muffins. I want to see which one of my English muffins recipe is my all-time favorite, and I thought I would cook this one for you guys as well. Now this recipe is different because I use Neely's frozen butter technique with mine. Only this one, not only do I use frozen butter, but I use frozen bacon grease in my English muffins. So you guys, I've got to get everything set up. Harry's got to grind my bacon grease and my butter. Now, the nice thing about, I have some butter here, and I've got some, I don't know if you can see these, but these are tablespoons of bacon grease. Super easy, super simple. You put your bacon grease container in the refrigerator. You let it get cool. You let it get refrigerator cold. Then you scoop it out with your tablespoon. Put it in a sandwich baggie, put it in the freezer, and get it frozen. Yes, you do. That's how I do mine. So then you can use a cheese grater or a grater and grate it into a bowl, and then I like to grate it into a bowl and put it back in the freezer while I get the rest of my ingredients ready. So Harry's going to use my cheese grater. Let me see how many of these I need. 2 tablespoons frozen butter, 2 tablespoons frozen bacon grease. So 2 of these nodules is 2, and then he's just going to take 2 tablespoons from this. This is 4, so he's just going to grate it down 2 tablespoons. Anyway, you guys, we'll come back when he gets his grater all set up.
Okay, so I'm going to do this grating bit, and whole set here comes with this. It's all different size blades, and this was the one that, you know, this is the ones I'm going to use right here. So I can turn you a little bit more. There we go. And the way these get changed is pretty simple. If you've got one of these, you know what I'm talking about. So this is the large, you know, big good ones for cheese. They just pop off like this, say. Then you just push this in the bottom, snap, snap, and then you've got the new blades on here. It's already set to go the way you're going to be turning because it only goes in one way. Put it back on here. So this just screws on. I guess I should have showed that. So this, after you do that, this just slides in. This has a little thread right there. It goes into this. Just thread it on. Makes it real easy to clean too. And you're set up to go. Got to get the bottom of this a little wet because then it sticks down really good. On the side here, right here is this little lever. Push this down on the, because you got the base wet, so it'll make a good seal. And you push this down. That thing isn't going anywhere. So now that I've changed the blades and I've got basically everything ready to go, all I need is my stuff. So I'm going to need 2 of these because each one, I guess, is a tablespoon.
Yep, it's a bacon grease.
Bacon grease. So I'm going to do the bacon grease first. So I'll get out 2 of these, and here they are. And I'm just going to drop them in here.
Can you cut this butter right here?
Throw it all in there, actually.
That's your butter.
So that's everything. And you just start grinding it. If you watch, you can see it's starting to come out of there. You can see the little curls that comes in. See, like little spaghetti curls in, I guess you call it, right? Mm-hmm. Just so it melts fast, so you got to be quick. So right after you do this,
you put it back in the fridge.
You got to put it back in the, yeah, like Wendy says, you got to put it back in the refrigerator. And this stuff is kind of, it's frozen, so you know, the more frozen it is, the harder it is to turn this knob. There you go. Yeah, thanks.
So we'll come back when it's all clean.
Yep, so we'll come back. So you can take your bowl.
Yep.
Put it in the fridge.
Okie dokie.
So the cleanup's pretty easy, this thing. Unscrew this like I said. Pop this out. You can see there's still some of this is on there, but that's what happens with the butter, especially things that are frozen. So you gotta kind of like think about that. And these just pop off. So, you know, super easy cleaning.
You need a cookie sheet. Don't make fun of this ugly cookie sheet. This cookie sheet my mom gave to me. I cooked my first Toll House cookies when I was a wee tot. It's at least 75, if not 80 years old. My mom gave it to me. If you have a non-stick cookie sheet that is really good non-stick one, then you won't need to do the second process. But because I don't and I'm using this, I use a silicone mat and put it down. Because you're going to be using mesh pans. You're going to be using the deep mesh pan, which is this nice big deep mesh pan.
I'll have a link to it.
It's about 2 inches or 1.5 inch deep.
Yeah, I think those are considered the
mesh pans.
Yeah, but they call them like the hamburger bun pan or something like that. I mean, well, I'll have it listed.
So you're going to need a big one. You want to put that down because this is what the batter is going to go into. There's 8 holes. Then you're going to need the top. This one is the hamburger lid. This one's the button lid. It's narrow, very thin, and I use this. It's a very thin one. It fits perfectly. Look, right on top. You're just going to set it right on top and lay it right into the holes, like this. Because I don't want my English muffins to crown on top, to dome on top. I want them to be flat like an English muffin. So you're going to want to spray both of your pans, your mesh pans, and you're going to need a cooling rack, just so you know. So I've got my cooling rack. I've got my mesh pans, I've got my avocado spray, and I'm gonna spray my avocado, mesh pans, and then we'll be right back for the next step. So I've got them both sprayed. They're both sprayed, and I'm just laying the little one on top of the big one because that's how they're going to cook. Now, I've got my shredded butter and my bacon grease in the freezer, ready for that. And this one is actually Ketovore if you don't use cream of tartar and you don't use allulose, but I'm using allulose in this one. And 1/2 of a teaspoon of cream of tartar, but that's optional. You do not have to use it at all. I am going to put in 2 teaspoons of allulose, just 2 teaspoons, not a tablespoon, a teaspoon. I use granulated allulose.
Is that going in the water?
It's going right in 1 1/2 cups water that I've got right in my pan. I need just a dinky winky little bit more. There you go. Just to give it some texture. Now, you got the water in there, you've got the allulose in here. I am going to put in 3 tablespoons of grass-fed beef gelatin. You do not have to use grass-fed beef, just get your favorite gelatin. Knox gelatin works just fine. This is my favorite one. It takes 3 tablespoons.
This is all
and I just spread it right across the water. Just right across my water.
I think one of the most important things I learned from watching you do this is don't put fats in there.
Absolutely, do not get any of your fats in there. Harry's absolutely right. We're gonna measure the fats separately, and I need my butter. I've got powdered butter, and this is really Anthony's powdered butter, and I've got egg yolk powder. If you want to use real butter at the end and real egg yolks, you're welcome to, but I am using 12 grams or 2 tablespoons of egg yolks right in here, egg yolk powder.
To come out to
my 12 grams of egg yolk powder, and then 12 grams of butter powder. And I'll use the scoop that's in there. This should be 24 then. There we go. So you want to set this aside because this is the like Harry said, you do not want to mix your fats with your egg whites or they will not turn to stiff peaks. Now I've got my water in here, I've got my gelatin in here, I've got my allulose. I want to put in, Harry filled this up last night for me. Thank you, Harry.
Oh, you're so welcome.
I want to put in 120 grams egg white protein powder. Oh, and I forgot salt. So let me put some salt in real quick into my water.
This is all written down, right?
Yes, it's all written down and I have a recipe. Now I'm going to put in 120 grams of my egg white protein powder.
Perfect.
Perfect. I have my oven preheated at 325.
Yeah, I'm standing right next to it.
I'm going to take my mixer and just kind of mix this up in the bowl. Just to get the powder mixed into the water so that it doesn't poof everywhere when I turn it on, right?
Yeah.
Lift it up, turn it on low just to start it, put it on high and whip it to stiff peaks. We'll come back when we have stiff peaks. We will be adding in the butter and egg powder, egg yolk powder, and then last but not least, we will be adding in the bacon grease and the frozen butter. So come back in the next segment. Once you have stiff peaks, you want to add in and turn this on low and add the powdered butter. It is actually 12 grams or 2 tablespoons powdered butter and the same of the egg yolk powder. Now, if you want to put this raw egg yolks and melted cooled butter at the end, you're welcome to instead of the powdered. Get that incorporated now. I measured it correctly, but I might have said it wrong. I can't remember, but it's 3 tablespoons grated butter, 2 tablespoons bacon grease. So you just want to put this in a little bit at a time, and it will start to bring the dough down. It will start to deflate the dough a little bit, and that is okay because we're having a denser English muffin. This is really sticking to the...
Oh yeah, it's because it's cold, right?
Because it's frozen.
Yeah.
You just want to incorporate it.
You guys ought to try cooking with somebody sticking a camera over your shoulder.
And if you're left-handed, because you're closest to the camera.
That's what we have most of our battles over.
Battle for camera space.
Yeah.
Now, I just want to turn it on high for 10 seconds just to get that ball released and get the butter melted through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See how it comes off? Now I have to work quickly. Move, Harry. Because when you put the butter in, it breaks down the egg whites immediately.
Notice how I got out of the way.
Yes, you did. You take off the top. Take off the top. I just have it on a paper towel over here, out of the way. And now you need a spatula. And you want to make sure you've got all the butter off the sides and whipped in. Get down and get this all whipped in. See how it starts breaking down right away? There is no problem with that. You just want to make sure you don't have any white streaks because then you're going to have what we call styrofoam. So now you start putting this into your mesh pan. You just fill them up about 2/3 or about halfway or 3/4 of the way full. Just divide it evenly. You have just about enough. You have just enough to fill these almost 3/4 of the way full. Between half and 3/4 of the way full is what you guys want to do. Okay?
Yep.
Harry's trying to trip me. Mr. Cameraman's not going to budge. Now you just take this top and you lay this right on top. You just fit it right nicely in. Do you see how that is? Look, just fits really nicely in there. It's to keep the top flat from doming. Now you put this all into a 325-degree preheated oven for 20 minutes. 20 minutes gives us just about the right amount of time to get the beater and everything all washed. And let me put this in there, turn this light on, and start. Okay, you guys, come back in 20 minutes and we're gonna give this a taste test, but I have English muffins from yesterday too. We're gonna put them side by side, taste, texture, looks, feel, the whole thing. So you guys come back in the next segment to see which English muffin wins all around. Timer off. It's falling down. Clear.
Here we go.
See if I can do this with these.
It's hard to tell.
It's hard to tell because they're covered.
No, you're not supposed to touch it with your bare hand.
Well, I've got a cameraman in my way.
Oh yeah, I'm way over here.
Note to self, no knuckles against the hot pans. I'm okay though. I'm okay. Whew, man, did that hurt. Woo! Okay.
Hope you didn't ruin the
muffins.
Muffins.
Thank you, dear. Thank you, dear. I don't know if I ruined the muffins or not. We have to check. We have to check. So come over here, because you want to take the top off very carefully. It makes them nice and flat. Stays inside the muffin pan.
Isn't that neat?
The mesh muffins. Now what you want to do is you want to take, if I can do this without burning my hand again.
Let me get back because I don't want to be the fault.
I don't want to be the fall guy. Okay, we're gonna put them over here. We're gonna let them sit up for 10 minutes and get cool so that I can take these out and peel them out. And I have one that I made from yesterday right here. I didn't know if you could see it on the plate or not. This is one that I made from yesterday.
Oh, don't move so fast.
Well, I gotta put the knife down. It was in the way. This is one of my muffins that I made from yesterday that I've got here. This one is my Keto Carnivore English muffin. These are my Keto Carnivore Buttery English muffins, version 1.0. This is what we're gonna taste test against this one.
Which is version 2.0.
As soon as these,
that's 2, that's 1.
No, it is not. I'm not naming it 2.0 because it doesn't have the buttery. The name is different, Harry.
Okay.
The name is Keto Carnivore English Muffins.
Just go by what you said yesterday.
I know I said 2.0, but it's just so different that I decided just to take the 2.0 off. And my hands are burning.
So,
oh, here.
Muffins.
Yeah, I've got lines across my knuckles where the rack hit them.
Honey, put some ice on.
I'm going to. Okay. But you guys will see you in the next segment. I'm putting some arnica gel on my hand where I whacked it right across and burnt it. All 3 fingers, just in a little area. I just iced them. But you guys, good thing that I put my silicone mat, this silicone mat underneath, because look. These really leaked through. I'm very concerned about them. Let me wash this hand off and I'm gonna come back and we're gonna try to get these out and see how they do. So you guys come back in the next segment. I just wanted to get some of this on my hand to try to keep it from minimizing the burn. It's like a 1-degree burn, but it hurts. Come on over here, because let's see how this goes. Thank goodness I sprayed them really well. Now they do have a lot of butter in them, so hopefully they will come off the bottom easily. Just take your time. It did, it came off, thank heavens. Let me get a nice big plate to put these on. And these are gonna be buttery, Butterfingers. Because of the melted butter and bacon grease, they are gonna be delicious.
Tummy's been kind of messed up the last couple of days, you know.
Her tummy is too sore. She's had some issues. She woke us up You guys, when you can hear a dog's stomach growl from 10 feet away, they've got an issue. And her stomach was she was moving and shifting. She was growling. Her stomach was making such horrible noises. So she's got a vet appointment tomorrow at 11:15. We got to see. But she loves bread, but she doesn't get any bread. So here, let's take these out. Let's be gentle and kind and just push them right out. And I wash these in my dishwasher on the top shelf. Look at that.
They're easy to clean.
They are very easy to clean. If you don't have a dishwasher, we soak them in the sink and then scrub them and rinse them. And it works really good, doesn't it, Harry?
Yep. These are the weirdest things.
These mesh. I was afraid to use them when I first got them. Wash them before you use them because they have a funky smell when you get them.
Yeah.
I was afraid to use them, but man, I love these. And I love the texture that it gives these on the sides and the bottom. It's just like the English muffins that you used to get at Fry's. Do you guys have a Fry's or a Kroger, their brand of English muffins? That's what these remind me of the most. Now this one it was half full, and I like the top of that too. That one's got kind of a cool...
That's because you only filled it halfway.
This was the last one, yeah. So I'm gonna put that one on top. I just throw this in my sink, rinse it off really well. You can scrub it, you know, just put it together in a wad and scrub it all off, right?
Yeah, it's not hard to do.
It's not hard to do. So let it sit in here.
Then she puts it on the top rack of her dishwasher and turns it on. It comes out all nice and clean.
Comes out all nice. Just like that.
And we use, which kind of soap do we use in there?
I use my Cascade Platinum with all the different colors in it.
Yeah.
Cascade something. Yeah. It's the little packet with the blue and the purple, the white and the green inside. Anyway, here we go. These are the Keto Carnivore Buttery Muffins version 1.0 that I made about 8 months ago. And this one has the 3 tablespoons of real frozen butter grated and 2 tablespoons of bacon grease frozen and grated, as well as the 12 grams or 2 tablespoons of the egg yolk powder and 2 tablespoons of the butter powder. So you guys, I'm gonna take one of these, that's this recipe right here. But Harry, I want you to come back in the next segment and we will do a taste, texture, taste, smell, and see which one we like the best. This is the Keto Carnivore Buttery English Muffin version 1.0.
It's the original.
This is my original one. No, it's the version 1.0 that I did with the frozen butter and frozen bacon grease. Yes, indeed. Now I'm gonna cut this in half. First, I want you to look at it really close. This is the bottom. This is the top. You can't see it, but it's got a pattern and a feel to it, a nice little crust on it, doesn't it, Harry? Yep. So I'm going to cut this one in half. This one is from today. It's got a beautiful center. It's got the nice little holes in it.
Okay, I'll see the other one next to it.
This one is the one we did yesterday, which is the Keto Carnivore English Muffins. This one does not have frozen butter or bacon grease in it. So, side-by-side comparison.
Today's, yesterday's.
Yesterday's. So this one has some nice holes too.
Yep.
This one is today's, and I'm going to tear it, and we're going to take a peek and see. I'm going to smell it, and I'm just going to give it a little taste test. This is really nice and bready looking. Can you see that?
Yep. That's today's.
This one has a really good texture. It's got a nice, chewy, moist texture. I like this one really, really a lot. I should have a little bit of water or something. Let me get a sparkling water, just so I can rinse my mouth. I'll get one with no flavor. This is a plain sparkling water. No flavor LaCroix. Now, this is yesterday's muffin. Same coloring, same texture. This one's just a little bit different in, it's not quite as fluffy as the other one is. Could be from the butter. Let me take a piece off. There's a slight difference. This one is plainer. It does not have that butteriness that the butter one does have, that the Keto Carnivore Buttery English Muffin has. It's more plain, like plain bread, plain white bread.
I think it'd be great for like hamburger buns and stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So
perfect for that, actually.
Harry, I want you to do a taste and feel and texture too. So let me have a little drink right here.
I think we need to toast them and butter them also.
Okay, we can, but I want you to do the taste test. I just want to
do a blank test first off.
Okay, hold please. We'll get Harry set up.
Okay.
Okay, do the Keto Carnivore Buttery Muffin, which is today's. There's a little piece there, but I want you to tear it yourself from the big one. So go ahead and bring it close. Go ahead and take a look, feel.
Yep. I love the smell of these too. These are pretty good. See, that's what I'm looking for.
It's got a little more chew. I think it has more chew and more butter, real butter flavor to it. Don't you think? Yeah, wait, use the LaCroix water. Rinse the palate. Okay, get the one that I tore and tear it. We'll get the tear.
This one?
Yeah. Now remember, it's a day older.
Yeah.
But still, it's soft.
It's more bread-like.
I think so too.
This definitely, I like today's.
Today's
better. I like this too. This would be good. Like, this would be great for hamburger buns.
Okay. Okay, now we're going to toast them.
Yeah. So we'll be back in a minute. Okay.
So the Keto Carnivore Buttery English Muffin Buns is on the blue plate. It's going on this side. The Keto Carnivore English Muffins are going on the other side. So we're just going to toast these at the same temperature.
Takes about 2 minutes. So we'll be back.
We'll be back. We'll be back with a delicious toasted buttery English muffin. Yes, indeed. They're both good, but I know which one I like the best. My all-time favorite so far. Come back and I'll share. So, if you don't use bacon grease, pork grease, get some good tallow. Get some good beef Carnivore Crisp grass-fed beef butter, which is tallow. Put it in the refrigerator and then scoop them out in tablespoon sizes, put them in the sack and put them in the refrigerator. You don't have to use freezer. You do not have to use bacon grease, but man, does it give it a fabulous flavor. It truly does, but I know some people do not eat pork, and that's fine. Get something like a good beef tallow, put the jar in the refrigerator until it gets more firm, then use a firm tablespoon, scoop out a tablespoon, put it in a sandwich bag and place it in the freezer for next time. So I've got butter in here for next time and my bacon grease for next time too. So it works out really, really well, and it's absolutely delicious, and the bacon grease gives it just that extra little bit of flavor. It really does. Oops, not paying attention. Okay, this one goes here.
Perfect.
This one goes here.
Whoa, look at
now they both toasted very nicely, you guys. There's not very much difference. The difference is the frozen butter and the frozen bacon grease in it, and it really does go that little extra mile as far as flavor, and it makes it a little bit more fluffy. It just gives it that fluffiness you want. Now, come to me. Come and listen. Quiet in the audience, please. Listen for the crunch.
Nice, huh? Yep.
The crust is a chewy texture.
So, are you drinking that because it's dry?
No, I'm drinking it because I'm cleansing my palate.
Okay.
Because that's the buttery, bacony one.
Well, that's what everybody's
and I want
ask and wonder, so that's why I brought it up. I know a lot of people think it's going to be dry, and they're not dry, which is kind of an amazing thing. That's why I wanted to say that.
I wanted to cleanse my palate completely so I don't have leftovers, because this one has a little bacony, buttery flavor to it. This one does not have that flavor, so I wanted to cleanse my palate. That's why I got a plain flavored one to do. Now, let's do the crunch factor on this one, folks. Not as much, but there's a crunch.
Yep. Because I cook mine really dark though, and I do them.
I want you to taste these while they're warm.
Okay.
So.
Come on. All right. Okay, I'm going to start with the
Hold it up.
Today first.
Hold it up and do a crunch. Bring your plate up. Take a bite on a spot that I haven't bit yet, so you do the crunch factor. Okay, quiet in the audience, please.
Sounds like an English muffin to me.
It's got a chew to it, doesn't it? Around the outside, and then it's soft in the middle. And it brings out the buttery taste to it. Rinse your mouth. Make sure there's no butter bacony taste, because this one does not have that flavor. Okay, quiet in the audience, please.
Okay, here we go.
Quiet.
Yeah, a lot lower.
Not as much crunch. Cooked at the same temperature, they have the same coloring.
So, my vote, you want to hear my vote yet? Y'all know what it is anyway.
No, we don't. What is it?
I like the ones you made today.
The Keto Carnivore Buttery English Muffin. Here you go.
What about you?
I absolutely agree. Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner. This is my all-time favorite Keto Carnivore Buttery English Muffin, version 1.0. Yes, it is. It's absolutely delicious. The butter, the frozen butter and the frozen bacon grease take it up to the next level. It really does. It looks like there's a lot of steps to it. It's super easy, super simple, and you guys, it makes a huge difference in the taste and texture of your English muffins. I mean, it really does, and this pan makes the outside skin, the coating, the crust, whatever you want to call it, exactly like the English muffins that you buy in the store. That I buy in the store. Not all of them. It's not like a Thomas English muffin. Theirs is more cratery and totally different texture. And I'm not really fond of them either. But you guys, this was a great experiment. And yesterday, yes, I did call it 1.0, but or version, a different version, but it's totally different because there's no frozen butter and there's no frozen bacon grease in the one I made yesterday, and it does make a huge difference. You don't have to do it. They're both delicious, but my all-time favorite in the entire keto universe that I've ever tasted, of course, I've only tasted mine, but it's the Keto Carnivore Buttery English Muffins is the winner, hands down.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, you guys, we're gonna close out tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Sally, honey, I don't know what I'm gonna give you. I'll give you some chicken if you have not done so already. And you know what? Come here. You're so cute. She's just waking up from mommy just had to give her some medicine today. Yeah, I know all about that. Couple times. She just was a gurgling puppy. Yes, she was. Please remember to like, subscribe, ring that little bell, give us a thumbs up. We'll see you right here tomorrow. Would you like some chicken? Would you like some chicken? I'll get you some chicken. Yeah, because that's what you can have. You get chicken, rice, and broth and everything nice. Yes, you do. Mommy just washed this apron yesterday. I guess I got to wash it again. Got Sally hairs on it. There you go. Yeah. Mama went to the store and got you organic, boneless, skinless chicken breast. Yeah, actually Papa did. He was a good boy. I babysat you and Papa went shopping.
Yep.
Okay, everybody. Try my recipe. Try them both. See which one you like the best, but I'm telling you. Nilly's idea of grating the butter gave me the idea to also add the bacon grease frozen. And it's a wonderful thing to add if you guys haven't done so already. It's really good, it's delicious. Try this because it'll send it right over the top and you're gonna go. Now I have not had an English muffin for years and years, but to me, this tastes like a real English muffin to me. Taste, texture, smell and feel, mouthfeel, toast-wise, it's delicious. Can anybody say Eggs Benedict? Oh yes, please. See you guys tomorrow.